And we're back. Are we back? We're back. Hello. We are back. We are Adventurers Wanted. We are playing a D&D game called Omen. You wouldn't know it from the first bit because we rolled dice very rarely, but yes, we are. We are playing a D&D game, and we have our 4 players here. If you want to know who they are, what they're doing, and where the story's going, I'd suggest watching the first part. It will be on Twitch for a bit, and then it will be on YouTube after the fact, and we'll do it through links and stuff at the end of the show. So, right. The 4 of you are stepping through a portal. Yes.
I'm paying very close attention to the way this portal works as we go through it.
It is much like every other portal you have gone
But
through.
I'm paying... Now I've figured out there is something weird about the way these portals work, and they shouldn't necessarily...
Okay.
Right,
Roll an
I'm
Arcana
paying
check.
attention.
I will allow it. Roll an Arcana check.
That's 19.
You haven't experienced many portals working in what one would call the traditional sense, because why would you have? This portal,
Shit very much.
the way the crystal generates portals seems to be out of thin air. It seems to be a magical construct. It doesn't appear to have like the outer markings of what you would expect a portal to have, some kind of mystical carving or some kind of doorway or anything like that. It doesn't have that. It makes it out of nothing. And when it does so, there is a definite pulse of energy that goes somewhere, but you don't know where it goes or what it does. That's about as much as I can give you with a 19.
Okay. I was thinking about, like, energy cannot be created or destroyed. GCSE physics.
Not a bad place to start.
Yes.
All 4 of you step through. We're starting to step through before you. You step into a world that has been ravaged. Sky is black. Clouds roiling over it. There's a faint greenish quality to the clouds. Around you are destroyed buildings, burned farms, crops, that sort of thing. And there are bodies around as well. This was recent.
Godwin takes out his notebook
This
and
is
writes down something and closes his notebook.
this is horrific.
Can I tell how the bodies died?
Yeah. Medicine check.
19.
Some have been burned. Some have just been killed.
But how?
Stabbed. Any permutation you can think of
Okay.
around you
Just,
can see
yeah,
it.
okay. Yeah.
This is what we're trying to stop.
Where are we?
When are we?
Wait, what?
Oh,
This-
we can travel in time.
What?
We can. It takes a bit more energy to do so, but we can.
Brand new information for
There's
me.
been a lot of that for you, hasn't there?
Hello, Facility.
Hey, Godwin.
Facility?
I'm a little nervous.
Any insignia on the bodies? Like, any sign of this, there were 2 sides of an army fighting each other, or...
Roll a investigation check.
Investigation check.
Yeah, please.
That's called. 18.
18. It looks like these are all people wearing military outfits. All
Of the same insignia.
All the same insignia. Across swords. Nothing you recognise. particularly.
But they were all on the same side.
Yeah.
So whoever killed them is not here anymore.
Correct.
Oh. This is not looking good for my boy.
As I said, this is what we're trying to hinder. We've not travelled in time, just in space. This happened 2 days ago.
Isn't this the kind of thing we usually stop?
Why didn't we help?
To answer that, I must first answer something else. You asked me a while ago where your parents were. They weren't here.
Okay.
They were from somewhere like here. We couldn't stop it. We can't always stop it. Sometimes these things are bigger than us.
I know.
We saved them, took them to where you grew up, where you were raised.
They were here.
They were somewhere like here, not here specifically.
Okay.
We don't want this to happen. The reason all of you are with us is to stop this happening. And in your own way, you have all helped to stop this happening. In some cases, a few worlds. In some cases, countless. We don't want this to happen. And we are finding ways to stop it happening.
Why? I mean, put aside the whole, oh, loss of life is awful and all that stuff. Why? Why did you start this? Why were you the people that stepped up and said, we're going to be the ones? Stop now. And don't give me, oh, we were there, it was a noble cause. Everyone's got reasons, everyone's got motivations. You've been around for a very long time, you've been doing this a very long time. I guess, why did you start and why haven't you succeeded yet?
My world would have been like this.
Which world is that?
A long time ago in a very, very distant place. And it is now safe. We stopped it from looking like this, me and others. And in doing so discovered what we were up against and managed to drive the forces that were arrayed against us out, followed them back, found the nexus, and started doing what we do.
There's so much else out there.
Yes, there is.
And you just care about him.
Follow me. She walks down the road. You follow with her. The landscape around you is unremittingly awful. It is just death, destruction. There's a deep rent in the ground ahead of you that she's walking towards. Roll a perception check, all four of you.
10.
21.
Natural 1.
21. 3. Well, that helps. Char, this rift wasn't caused by the fighting. It's newer than that.
This isn't from the fighting. What's
No.
it from?
This is part of what we do.
Causing tears in worlds.
No, this is just a hole in the ground. It's just a hole in the ground. No, please. She steps forward. I will go first if the trust is still lacking.
You're going into the hole in the ground.
Yes. As are you.
Can I see what caused it? Can
Sorry.
I do a check to see if I know what kind of caused this?
Sure.
And if we're not good, what is it? Like, what check is it?
Oh, sorry, it's an investigation. No,
No.
it's just a rift in the ground.
No. I'll go first. I jump.
It's quite steep, but you can sort of balance yourself and step down. As your hands touch the walls around you, they're warm. Almost spongy, and as you look closely, it looks like the walls are growing skin.
Ew.
No.
This is hurt. No?
This is healing.
Ah, wait, where? Okay.
Skin on the walls?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Is it is the planet alive, or is it just this bit of it, or?
No.
What? I'm really lost. Skin.
Could you maybe say more sentences in a row together?
Please,
Just a thought.
I want to show you, not tell you.
Okay. Boring. We can walk faster if that'll help.
As you climb in and get into this rift, it settles down into quite an obvious tunnel.
I get my scalpel out for the scratch bit
Aye.
and see what happens.
Please don't.
I'm doing it anyway.
Cool. You
I'm
cut this skin slightly.
gonna like grapple her and
Cool.
stop it.
Contested grapple, please.
I'm trying to be sneaky. I'm not doing it overtly.
You're doing it against.
It's you.
Yeah. am I doing? Is
Test to grapple, so in your case you're trying to grapple.
I mean,
so
I rolled a
athletics.
6.
well, I mean, I rolled a 9 on my dice, so I still
Yeah.
Yep.
You stop her from cutting the wall.
don't do that.
Why not? She's already said the plant's not alive.
But something
Yes.
obviously is.
Please continue on. All will be revealed.
Wait for 1 second. Can you not? For 1 second, Researchers, can you not Researchers? Sorry.
How dare you?
Can you not be yourself?
No, not even for a second.
Fine, I'm taking this.
One with test to grapple.
I have so many scalpels.
I know. I know.
As you continue on, it is warm down here. You can all feel it. And there is this patches of almost, like skin growing on the walls of this. As you go deeper, it appears to become more over, less patchy, thicker.
Where is this coming from?
Below.
What's below?
You are aware of Katalu, all of you.
More than I'd like to be.
Katalu is a destructor. He destroys things. He does not do so willfully. He was made to destroy things. It is all he knows. We do not know who by. Some things are too mysterious to be unearthed.
Something made Katalu.
It must have done. It has a singular, mindless purpose. And it also made its antithesis.
Who's that? What's
Hellas is the other side of that coin. Where Katalu destroys, Hellas creates. There is no such thing as destruction without creation, and creation without destruction. Something must be destroyed, something new to be created, and something must be created to be destroyed. This is a cycle that has been going on for longer than anyone knows or can think. As you continue down this path, where the skin over the walls is becoming thicker, it's hardening, and you can see almost crystal-like growths out of the walls where this is happening. When I met Hellas, who was in the crystal at the Nexus, and other places, somewhere I felt her presence very strongly, she explained to me what Katalu is, what she is, and asked me to help. Asked me to do more. Asked me to end the cycle.
end the cycle?
Yes. No more destruction.
No more creation.
That is not the way it was put to me.
But it's what happens.
I beg your
You
pardon.
you don't end cycles without ending every part of them. That's the point. It's without destruction. There is no creation. If it's two sides of a coin, you can't just burn off one side of the coin.
Hellas has a vision.
If
Won't
stop
you
the
share it
plate-
with me?
you stop the plate spinning, it falls off.
Yes,
Do you speak to Hellas?
I do.
Can we speak to Hellas?
We work for Hellas.
Yes, we do.
Then I would like to speak to the manager.
I'm sure that can be arranged. For now, let me show you what we've done so far, and show you the vision of creation without destruction that we are trying to uphold.
But
Wrong.
what you're creating here, there's destruction outside.
There is. As she steps further forward, you can see now that the walls around you and this tunnel that you're in is widening. And as it does, some of these crystal-like contusions that glow in the same green way as the one in the Nexus, others are forming almost into fleshy-like appendages off the wall. You can even see points where it looks like an appendage has popped off, and there are things moving around you in the dark.
I want to find one.
Brand new information.
I want to find a squishy thing.
Okay.
What do I have to roll?
Just a perception check to see one of them.
That's a 9. No, wait. That's an 11.
Yeah, they're not hard to find. There's one wriggling around near your feet.
I want to pet.
You pick it up.
What?
It is.
What?
Hello.
It is alive.
What?
It is life trying to create itself very clearly, but it doesn't really function as a living thing. It won't last long.
I keep it.
Sure.
Can I see? Is it made of the same stuff as the walls?
Yes.
This is so cool.
In answer to your question, Cogwyn, this is what we call a creche.
Infants.
A chance to create. Where things have been destroyed and that energy is available, it is easy for us to use it. We are trying to create these in places and worlds that have not been destroyed. I'm showing you this one because it is our most fecund.
So you're trying to create something out of nothing.
Hellas's, yes.
What's a fecund?
Oh, it has so far had the best results.
Right. Like
Um,
what?
These don't really look like
Look
they're
how cute they are.
going to last very long.
Well, no. Hellas is experimental.
Okay.
How can you have such good results in, like, what, a day?
She's getting better
And what?
than she was before.
What did she do before?
It took her thousands of years to create life originally.
Why? I mean, I understand the impulse not to want Catalu to destroy everything. But the idea of destroying nothing seems just as bad. Yes, I know loss of life, globalization is all terribly sad. No one wants to see places destroyed. But destruction, creation, you said it yourself, they're a cycle. They keep the world turning. An idea everything just creates and creates. It's not. It's stagnation, surely.
It doesn't surprise me in the slightest that you think that way.
I appreciate your condescension, Visatrus. But I haven't been really one for idealism.
No.
I like this world. I think it's interesting. I think it's got opportunity. I think that one mysterious creature deciding how everything's going to be on these strange planets, contained with a few lieutenants who barely know anything as it is. That's not life either. Just control Catalu. Keep him in check, keep him from destroying everything, and let the world go on with all its life and all its death and all its opportunity.
We'll take it under advisement.
I believe that's a no.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Please, carry on. And the walls around you, there are now almost plant-like fronds growing out of the sides. Can you roll a medicine check, please?
Ooh, well,
15.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Mm-hmm.
9.
19.
Ah, listen, you're still a bit gobsmacked by all
I
this.
am,
Very fair.
yeah. Brand new information.
You do all feel this heat. It's not physical warmth. It feels like physical warmth, but it's not. It's almost like the area around you is radiating with this. And you are feeling warmed, heartened, stronger, better.
I don't like it.
Is it anybody else, or did they just feel really good right now?
Yeah, I feel good.
You guys can work out with your high enough rolls that this is probably coming from where you are.
It's to do with all of
Mm-hmm.
this.
That is the power of Hellas. You're feeling her love and care. It is what she does.
direct is her care?
Well, that is a difficult question to answer. Much like Katalu, she purely exists to create.
So how is she better than Katalu?
Because creation is infinitely better than destruction.
Kind of agree with that point. Yeah.
Is she then a steward, a gardener, a mother, or then...
All of the above.
Or then...
Let me show you what she's been working on. Yeah?
Miss Artress,
Yeah?
if I take off my necklace here, will I still go unconscious?
No.
Do
Why?
it.
Why?
Let me show you.
Okay.
As you continue forward, these plant fronds around you expand out further and further, and you are realizing there are caves shooting off of here. The whole walls, ground, everything has this slight skin-like quality to it, and the creatures that you see around you, there are now larger ones. The fronds appear to be moving, tactile, able to engage. And as you step further ahead, you start hearing voices, laughter.
Creepy.
Can I just hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who is it? Childs? Is it like
Some childlike,
childlike? But there's a mixture of like.
yes.
Why are they... What is that?
Who are they? Wait, what?
Children of Hellas. She gestures forward, and you can see there are humanoids, some children, some adults, and they are tending to this area, feeding some of the creatures. Some of them appear to be just going about their daily lives here. They'll all look exactly like you.
Like
Not-
us.
Not same face shape, not same structure.
Wait,
They have the
it's
same-
not like I'm looking at myself in the mirror.
No.
Okay.
They have the same quality that you have, that same Asimar-like quality that you have. And you do...
It's a natural beauty for anyone who hasn't
Yeah.
read on this.
Well, Asimar, yeah. Roll an perception check on this.
21.
You don't see a carbon copy of yourself. You do see things that you recognise.
Things that I recognise.
Well, there's someone has the same hair as you.
Oh,
Someone has
not
the same
any
eyes.
specific people I recognise.
No.
Okay.
People with the same, like almost exactly the same features as you, but slightly different. Children who look exactly like you looked when you were that age.
You were made by Hellas,
No.
but you're like.
No.
But there's a
No.
Rolodex of things.
I
you're
take
like,
out my
no,
squidgy piece of thing and just hold it next to her and go, I do see a resemblance.
If that's my brother, you can't have it.
Okay, good. I'm not going to grab it.
It's like one of those
My
How
toys.
you deal with that? How do you want to deal with it?
My squidge. Give me my squidge.
My squishy. You should be squishy and I should
I'll steal it off her later.
It's up to you.
It's like one of those things you had as a kid, you know, when you have like the little book and then you like move things around and you do the, you know, you like it has different costumes and you can mix and match.
I had one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lizard that I cut up into pieces and then mixed them back together. But it's the
Okay.
same idea.
Why don't I live here? Or somewhere like here?
Because you were the best. Because you had the most potential, and these can't survive out of these crashes. We've tried every possible way.
Neither do I.
We've found one thing that does.
My parents?
Are not your parents. I'm sorry to say they don't even know.
That I exist?
No. You were replaced.
What did you do with the other one?
Gave it another friendly life elsewhere.
Did you check on it?
Yes, of course. Oh, it's not you, Felicity.
No, I didn't think it was me.
No.
What does their life look like?
Very benign.
So
I'm sorry, you stole a child.
Yeah, you did what?
We had to find a way to see if she would work, and she has. wonderfully.
Oh, but when I steal a cat, everyone's up in arms.
So,
Didn't know babies were free range.
shush, Waywocket.
I'm just saying. Some flexible morality going on here.
Do I have free will?
Yes, of course you do. You are a living, breathing creature like any other.
Did I choose my lifestyle?
Yes,
Are you sure?
absolutely.
Like Cogwyn chose his.
As far as I'm aware, Cogwyn chose his life completely. We had nothing to do with it.
Thing is, as far as I'm aware, that's true as well. But today,
It is hard to trust. I understand.
did Hellas have anything to do with me then?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Just gonna make an insight check on all of
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Like,
Sure.
if that's okay.
I feel
Yeah, of course it
anything
is.
shady.
Yeah.
No, that's the
7.
7?
10.
She's telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone else really freaked out by this?
Oh, brand new information.
That was
It's
scary.
Interesting
hang on,
catchphrase.
hang on. If she did really well, why aren't you just making, no offense, Char, more of Char?
I don't make the creatures. I couldn't tell you.
Is
You
it
think-
random? Is this because
Alice
no
creates-
offense, but like,
It can't be random
like,
because look,
that's
they
her
look
eye.
like
That's
me.
really weird. Like, mix it up.
And my
I am-
hair looks
I'm-
shit from behind.
Yeah.
I am not
Not for
privy
anything.
to Hellas's thought pattern. All I know is that she wanted me to do this, and I did.
Why didn't you ask her more questions?
I do.
Mm.
Were you always going to come back and fetch me?
We were going to watch. We wanted to make sure that you didn't do anything wrong.
That's reassuring.
And I did.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, I did, but
At which point we brought you into the Order.
For the greater good.
Not quite.
I'm still not
quite
seeing
so
a
no,
bunch
basic.
of good here.
I didn't do anything bad. I just, died.
Okay.
And you want to do this on planets that haven't been destroyed, just normal places out in the world with normal people living their lives.
Overrun with things that look like me.
No, I think that seems simplistic.
You said other planets.
Yes, not every crash is exactly the same. This one is specific.
So what do you want these other planets to look like? I'm sorry, but if you've got plans on expanding, I'm just curious
Hey,
what they
Rocket,
are.
you have this bizarre notion that I am privy to everything Hellas wants, says, and does. And I am not.
Well, can you ask her?
I can. I doubt I will get a straight answer.
Well,
She
I know
doesn't-
that feeling, but I think you'll find that I nagged my god quite convincingly. Maybe you could try and step it up a bit. I'm just saying, you're playing with quite big forces here on quite big stakes, and the fact you can't even simply be bothered to ask the fucking questions seems a little bit careless, and makes us sound rather like, as you were saying, Shah, a cult.
Ah, Waywocket.
Ah, with Sartre.
It's so simple for you, isn't it? Ask questions, pick away, pry, get underneath.
Yes.
What do you actually know?
The more I learn, the less I know. But I keep going.
See, I have something that you don't. And it's probably the reason we're never going to get on.
What's that?
Faith.
Faith. Faith is just a lazy excuse for not asking the questions.
And that's how a faithless person responds to everything.
But I'm not trying to rewrite the world.
Aren't you?
No, I'm just trying to put a remark on it now and again.
Cogwyn, what do you...
I don't say this very often, but I'm a bit lost. These crashes, are they... They're everywhere, on different planets, but are you really saying you want to... When you, Hellas, whoever, has perfected it, you will put them everywhere? And that creation... I understand... Are you starting from a point that destruction for its own sake is bad? I can understand that. But does it necessarily follow that therefore creation for its own sake is good?
I don't know.
Does Hellas know? What is
Hellas shows me through other actions, that her goal is peace, harmony, love between every living thing.
The thing
I
is
try
that
and uphold
mind
that.
control and indoctrination is a very good way to achieve those things, providing you don't mind getting rid of, free will and action.
I feel like I have perfect free will, as do all of you. You're still here.
Can I find the one that looks the nearest to what I look like?
Sure. You roll a 21 on perception. Easily.
Can I talk to them in Celestial?
I mean, how else are you going to communicate with them?
They don't speak anything else. Hello?
Hi.
How long have
Is it
you...
the same voice?
Yeah.
It is.
You don't understand it?
Oh no, but I can
Yeah.
hear the tone of
Yeah.
So
voice.
it's
So
exactly the
it's
same
the
tone
same.
of voice. Yeah.
Oh.
How long have you been here?
I don't know. It's a couple of days. Yeah, I had a chance to find out what I am and what I can do, but don't know what I'm going to do yet.
What can you do?
The fire glows in a hand, much like you can do.
It's the light spell, it's
Yeah.
not fire.
Light. Light glows in a hand.
Wait, Chris.
Yes.
I've cast tongues, so I can understand what they're saying.
Fine.
So you know.
It's not going to be interesting.
She glows with light in her hand, like you do.
And
And are you? Oh, you're not.
what?
I can heal as well.
Oh, I'm not hurt.
Oh.
How long are you going to stay here?
I don't know. I don't think they can let me out of here. But soon the world will be covered, and then I'll be free to roam.
Covered?
Yes.
Covered with what?
This.
The skin?
Yes. It is the lifeblood. It maintains all of us.
And you weren't here before there was anything... You've not been onto the surface?
What's the surface?
Oh, upstairs.
Oh, no. I can't leave here.
What's your name?
Char.
Okay. Is everybody here called Char?
Yes.
So can they all do the fire thing?
Can you speak Celestial?
You can't speak Celestial.
Oh, yeah. All right, mate.
I've been wanting to chime in.
Okay, that's weird. I'm not sure I like that. Why are we all called Char?
I think it's someone's idea of a joke.
Not very funny.
Thanks, Vic.
No, that's in character, definitely.
I can understand what's going on. That's really chipping in Celestial.
Waywalkit, you're in so many things. Can you just give me this, please?
I'm just listening.
What do you remember before?
There was no before. I didn't exist.
Okay. But at some point you'll go onto the surface and live your life.
Well, one would hope so.
Has anything died since you got here?
Things don't die here.
Things don't die here.
No.
Ever?
I've only been here 2 days and I haven't seen anything in that time, but I'm not sure we have the capacity to.
What about the squiggly things?
Are they really alive? We tend to them like plants.
Okay. Would they look like us if they were down here?
I don't know. Honestly, this is all new to me as well.
Okay. I guess you're my sister?
Cool.
I think we should probably not call you Char, though.
I mean, it's my name.
It's my name.
It's my name too.
Okay. You be Char 1.
Surely you're Char 1.
I'm just Char.
You're just Char. Well, okay, I don't... I'm sure there'll come a time when we have need of names.
Okay. She wasn't from here, obviously.
She was.
She was exactly from this planet.
What? 1 day ago?
You can travel through time.
Is that me?
No.
Am I gone already?
Yes.
I thought we
Are the
didn't
people on
travel
the
in
other
time to
planet?
get here.
We didn't.
You're a day old.
No, they took me back through time. You idiot.
Oh, okay.
To be fair,
Brand new information.
Temporal mechanics are confusing.
Are there on the other planets that you guys on? Are they all Shah knockoffs, or are they other people
No.
there?
Knockoffs?
Oh, okay, fine. You're
On
not
some-
there, and I'm trying.
They're my family.
On some planets, she's currently experimenting with whales on another one.
Whales.
That's very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
So just to be clear, your grand scheme is to essentially turn the planiverse into Hellas's playbox.
It already is. Just
No,
without,
no, 'cause
the
there's-
without the distracting effects of breaking things down.
Why do
first.
they all look the
Well,
same?
exactly.
Why?
Experimentation.
Okay. Are they copying the people from above?
Oh, I don't know.
Because that's not creation, that's just copying.
For now, there is destruction tied into some of these crashes that is unavoidable. We're trying to create them in spaces where there hasn't been the above.
You can't get anything new without.
You can, and we are.
I mean, we all agree this is fucking creepy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the plan
This
to
is where
replace
I'm
everything?
from.
No offense, it's kind of creepy.
not replace. Multiply. Continue.
Where? What, create whole planets?
Why not?
I suppose why? Yes, why not? But I'm.
Also, planets is a strange term. Planes of existence. They're not morphically so.
Oh, I see. Strange. But no, I don't really see what the
Yeah,
problem is.
me neither.
There is still destruction in the universe, and we are the vanguard of protecting
Yes,
against
I'm-
it.
No, I
when we
agree.
can.
I agree. I'm trying to find a reason why this is not okay.
I think it's
Why are you
just
trying to
okay.
find a reason this is not okay?
Because it's so abstract a concept.
It is.
It feels like it's unbalancing and that there will be a disastrous consequence.
So
No?
far, we haven't seen any.
It's brand new information, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, I guess There's
I
been
don't.
28 years of me
Why don't you
existing.
like that? Like you,
I don't
you're
like
just
the
set
i-
in your ways.
I don't like the idea that we just tip the balance of the universe like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all about ambition, but the idea of completely getting rid of destruction so creation can roam wild, that seems tedious somehow.
No more death, no more destruction. It sounds great. Like I agree with you on the fact that we're tipping the scales, but
How is
Death-
it
how do we know?
Death is part of it, destruction's part of it. If things can't be destroyed, they've got no value. Impermanence is what gives this life meaning, stakes, tension. If everything's just happy clappy, let's go
Can we
nurse
die
plant
here?
life forever.
Honestly, I've never tried. I don't know.
I'm just gonna slit my hand
Mm-hmm.
and see what happens, and then
You cut your hand.
I can kill you if you want, I have some things. I didn't pack the spell to bring you back though.
It is healing over the same way a wound normally would.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly faster. Just this space alone is not enough to keep you alive. No.
I take off my necklace.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm going to check if he's got a pulse.
Of course.
How are you checking that? You're like 2 feet tall.
Hopping.
Taking a pulse in your ankle.
Back of the knee, yeah.
I'll take the opportunity to steal the piece of flesh.
Okay, what's that hand check?
He's getting my perception.
Passive. It's your passive.
Good luck.
No, it's 8.
19
I
back
rolled
perception.
really
I'm just
badly.
going, I just tap a hand and go.
I'm gonna take a point of damage.
Cool, thank you.
So Hellas is in charge.
Yes.
Somebody said to us that Wasatchus wasn't really in charge, and that you're Wasatchus, and Hellas.
Yes.
You maybe take your orders as inexact, but you act for Hellas.
I try and further her cause, yes.
And,
As do we all.
And
technically.
that cause is partly the cause we already know about, the getting rid of Qatar.
Correct. I have not lied to you.
No, yeah, and then as well, there's this something that can only flourish once we have finally
No.
dealt with Katalu, or
This is an attempt. There have been many attempts. We are now trying to attempt, and Hellas is trying to attempt, to do so without needing the destruction to happen first. To create without destruction is the goal here. And we are hindering. And Hellas is still able to create, if anything, create more. And that is the goal we are working towards, and why the cult is trying to tear us down.
The cult.
Of Cthulhu. They still exist.
Yes, somebody mentioned in the getting.
Well,
They
then
are scattered, but they
why-
still exist.
I mean, I'm sure this has been explained before, and you're probably, even if it hasn't, going to tell me no. Why don't we go back in time and kill the cult and Cthulhu before it even began?
Going back in time costs.
Sure, but then you wouldn't have the destruction that you're talking about.
We are now at a stronger point than we had ever been because of our work. By the time we had reached the Nexus, we were at a stronger point than Hellas had ever been. To go back would be to create more obstacles for ourselves. We can only look forward.
Okay, so what's next?
I wanted to show you. And soon you will have more questions. This bit's tricky. Next to Cogwyn, someone who looks vaguely like Char is standing. And they're not sort of like over listening to you, standing there just going, we have a conversation. They're not sort of standing in the way of it, but they are just walking past. As they walk past you, Cogwyn, they pulse.
Physically.
Physically, their skin pulses.
Okay.
So it goes, right. I'm going to ask you all to stand back and good luck. I'm going to... and she starts casting a spell, and she and 5 other creatures around, 5 other that are close by, teleport away, and the 4 of you next to this pulsing one that turns, looks at you and goes, oh, hello, and it's your face. And as she does...
In common?
In common. No, in Celestial, sorry. Oh, hello, in Celestial. And as she does, glows again, and you've seen this before, it's what you do. Radiance starts to pour out of her.
I'm putting my necklace back on.
Yeah.
Well, what's this?
You've seen me do that. I do that.
Yes.
Readying an
I
attack
know
action
what it
if,
is.
if
It's
this
gonna
thing hurts
hurt.
anyone.
Cool.
Stop it. Turn it off.
Turn what off?
Glowing. Turn it off.
Because I feel I can help you all. Initiative. You have a ready action.
Yeah.
So ready action, throw your first attack.
Okay.
There's a ready action. Now you don't roll initiative in this, remember, so I'm just
Flip the coin.
flipping the coin. Well, first I'm
That's
going... First,
tactical the coin.
But
Quite a
it
good
was
roll.
ready.
yeah, you've readied an action, so you get to do that first. Surprise round.
Cool. So, overhand is 12.
12.
Yeah, and then
Who are you throwing it at?
this thing.
I'm interposing.
Okay.
Fair?
You rolled a 12 on the first attack, which misses anyway,
yeah,
so...
but it's because I've got 2 daggers. So
Yes, that's
I've
fine.
got, and then a 19.
Cool. One dagger does go out as if to strike true. You're going to get in the way?
Interposing, yeah.
Cool. The dagger, you step in front, the dagger just hits into your side. Roll the damage.
5 points of damage.
That's the
5.
wrong char.
Uncanny dodge.
Cool. Take 2. That is for the surprise round, so you have it again for the first round of combat. Excellent. So, what is everyone's dexterity modifier, please?
Plus 4.
+2.
7.
-2.
Char, Felicity, Waywocket, Cogwyn.
Good thing you've got a tank there, huh?
Right, someone to call heads or tails?
Heads!
It goes first. It.
She?
Let's go with it.
Let's go with Char. That can't get confusing.
Char 1.
Char 1.
It's not Char 1, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's not Char 1.
Char 372.
Char 372. Right. You're all standing within 10 feet of it. You all regain 19 hit points. You are freed of any curse, disease, poison, blindness, or deafness. For 3 of you, that takes you over your hit point maximum, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what's happening now.
I mean, I'd healed that 1 hit point I had to myself.
I healed back those 2. What is going on?
Chris is talking about this.
14...
He's going to heal us to death.
Yeah.
19... 27. You all take 27 points of psychic damage as you can feel your mind barely comprehending that you are being made to feel good, and it is a good that is problematically good.
Was it 27?
27.
To each of us.
Yes. You
Uncanny dodge.
you had 1 hit point. You're not at your hit point maximum
No, I
because you
wasn't.
cut your hand.
Yeah.
You just get that 1 hit point back. You're
So I'm
fine.
fine.
I also healed.
Yeah,
You
'cause
healed
need the
back
dagger,
that. That's
yeah.
fine. You two, however, I'll blast it over your hit point maximum. You need to roll a Constitution saving throw on the number of hit points regained, which was 17.
Nope.
I have no idea what's going on.
Nope.
Sorry guys, got 1.
Would you both roll a D100, please?
Oh boy. You boy.
67.
67.
41.
41. Thank you. From this point forward, you have a weak immune system. Waywork it. You take a -2 penalty on all con saves against poison, disease, and radiation sickness. Forever.
What was that?
-2 on con saves against poison, disease, and radiation sickness is on here.
Shit, ow!
Poison, disease,
Everyone
and
stay within
rads.
10 feet of me.
Correct.
You
Okay,
have really
I'm just
bad
gonna. I've got a
hand
plan.
What did you roll, Coburn?
41.
You're just dead. You're just dead. You know what? Bye, Cogwyn.
I'm just fascinated. You are immune to radiation, which means you are immune to radiant damage.
Oh, sick.
Some are positive, some are negative.
Motherfucker.
This is like the
You don't
meta
need
magic
to stay
table
within
thing.
10 feet
It
of
is.
me.
Cool.
Cool, thank you.
Excellent. Good day for me. Cool.
The experiments I can do.
As this energy glows out of it and blasts out of it and affects all of you, you realise your wound is gone. The dagger where it hit you pops out as the skin just heals over completely. It's absolutely fine now. It looks at all of you in shock and just... What's going on? And its eyes are pools of radiant energy. It is glowing all out, but it's not got the same effect as yours. Different effect. So, Char, what would you like to do?
I start glowing as well.
Okay, describe how that happens and what it does.
So from my eyes out, I start glowing.
In exactly the same way as this thing you're facing.
Yeah, but mine
Excellent.
hurts.
It does.
Stay near me,
Okay.
both of you.
Alright.
That
You
takes-
tell Cogwyn
No.
to as well. You don't know that Cogwyn's immune to radiant damage.
I mean, it's now lit up better. That's it, because that's a full action.
What does it do? Okay.
You'll see, but stay.
Does it not do it on the first round? Is it on their turn? Just to make 100% sure.
At the end of each of my turns, sorry.
Okay.
Everyone takes 3 damage.
What kind of damage?
3 radiant damage.
Cogwyn, you take no damage. You two take 3 radiant damage.
What the fuck?
That was my plan too.
I'm already fucked up. I don't need more fucking up.
It didn't hurt me or her as much. Just
Because you already ended. Look at me. I'm
Psychic
falling
damage.
apart.
Psychic damage, hard to see.
roll with it.
That is your action, I believe.
And also, turn it off.
I don't know how. Felicity. you have to-
Cool. Overhand dagger,
Yep.
and then I'm going to just cut Char, so
Mhm.
that she also takes. Because you don't take damage from what you're
I
doing.
do.
Do you? Oh, never
Burns
mind.
me as well.
Right. Okay, I didn't understand that, so I was never mind. We're trying to
Right.
repay the favour.
Don't matter too hard, guys.
It's fine. I didn't know. So just the 2 daggers.
Cool. Make attack rolls.
Yeah, with no sneak attack because I'm staying near to Char. who's lit up like a Christmas tree. That is a 14 on the
Yes.
first one.
Hits.
Ugh. And a 13.
Both hit. Yes.
Cool.
Roll the damage on that.
That's 9 for the first one
Mm-hmm.
and 5 piercing for the second.
So 14 in total.
Mm-hmm.
Your daggers hit into it, and it is clear. It steps back. What are you doing? Still alive. We all good.
Sorry, Char.
I'm gonna try a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and cast Dispel Magic
Mhm.
on the creature. Probably not gonna work because I
Okay.
imagine it's divine, but the only thing I've got, which is
Dispel magic works on arcane and divine exactly the same
okay.
way.
Then I'm gonna try and
Cool. What level are you casting it at?
I can only cast it at that level.
Cool. Do you want to roll an ability score modifier 320 roll?
Can I flip down the Viridescent
I will
Order?
cast Guidance on myself.
It's an action.
Guidance is an action. The guy is an action and guidance is an action as well.
Okay, then we've got to hope this is good, guys. That's a 19.
Cool. It's not a magical effect. Doesn't do anything.
Well, now he's got to kill it. I cast Healing Word on myself as well. It's like, no.
She took 25 points of
Yeah,
psychic damage.
she needs another one.
Right. That is Weirwood's turn. Goblin.
Char,
A lot to take
you
in.
look like you have a plan. I'm going to let you do that plan, but I am going to work on a backup.
Good
I-
idea.
I move behind the group.
Yes.
I'm assuming it's probably not an opportunity attack. Doesn't seem to be this individual's vibe.
It's not actually trying to attack
Indeed not.
Do you move more than 10 feet away from it?
Yes.
Good.
Okay. I go back. I move. To be precise, I move about 25 feet away because that is my movement.
Excellent.
And then with a clatter, I kind of go down onto all fours for a moment,
Mhm.
and then kind of reach around and pull a lever on the top of my back, so my suit kind of breaks open at the back, and some like parts fly out, and then begin start until a giant clockwork rhinoceros.
Oh my
Because I've
god.
used constructed army, which is
Excellent.
Clockwork army, which is a lovely little spell.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, mechanical thing.
It's the spell conjure animals
It's
with
the
some
spell
flavour.
conjure
Yeah.
animals, yes, but with flavour, and I now have a clockwork rhinoceros next to me that I can give commands to.
Yep. It has all the stats of a normal rhinoceros, just it's made of metal.
It does, and that's it. Does it go immediately?
It goes on your turn, so yes.
Wow. In that case, well, I've said to Char I'm making a plan, so I will.
Can I try one more thing?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I'm not going to make it do anything. Yeah.
It's not your where you can talk, but
Yeah. And sorry, as in Colby isn't going to do anything until you've had him go doing things. But I'd like thinking of the action economy. I will. Yeah, I'd like it to hold the action to charge at this thing. If Char seems to be in any trouble with what she's doing to it.
interesting. Because what you're doing
Can I
is a
hold
free.
the action to order it?
Because it's a
Yeah.
free action.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, do it,
Yeah.
and then we can react based on that.
Okay. It understands common, so I will say. I'll just tell it. If I shout charge it to that thing.
There we go. Perfect.
There we go. And I will react
What do you
based
think?
on what I see.
Oh, I thought we were going to have to wait until my turn.
You're going to have to wait until your turn.
Yeah.
So in which case you're holding that until.
Yes,
Charles next turn.
Yes,
No problem at all.
I will shout charge if Char gets into trouble. You see. That's a confusing use of words, but it's really congruent to do that. So.
Cool.
Charge!
The three of you are still within 10 feet because
Yeah.
you haven't moved, and you're staying close to Char.
Apparently so.
Right, Clockerus.
Right,
Cannon.
Clockerus.
Clockerus is big brother.
10, 24. You three are healed for 26 points of damage.
26.
Is anyone at their hit point maximum? No, they are not. You have taken 26 points. You've been healed for 26 points of damage. As the creature steps towards you, it is also healed for 26 points of damage.
Oh no.
It did also take the 3 half to 2 because it's presumably resistant to radiant as well.
Yep, it's immune to it actually, so it's irrelevant. However, it wasn't its hit points maximum, so it isn't affected by it either. What's going on? Why are you attacking me?
You're
I'm trying
kind of
to make
hurting
you
us, but,
better.
and also heal. It's very confusing.
Your healing is hurting,
But I'm trying to make you better.
It's a bit much.
but we don't need to be better.
Why didn't you just walk about 10 feet backwards away from us?
Can I have my daggers though?
And we can have a nice conversation. I'm in Celestial because I've got tongues, so just back up a little bit, and we can have a nice chat. It's very bright, don't need my sunglasses. You know, just back up a little bit, yeah?
You don't want to be helped.
I'm so helped, I'm so fully
The
helped.
way you're helping us isn't helping.
I don't
It's
understand.
hurting. I'm sorry. I can try and show.
Help us help you, but don't help us.
I can try. Just stop. Just turn it off.
I can't. I don't know how.
Then just walk that
Can
way, and we'll work that out in a minute.
I
But
can.
right now,
I can try and help you.
You want me to step back?
love it.
Can I?
Yeah, just.
Can I just like?
They just
Yeah.
popped out.
Yeah. Cool.
Picking up as a free action. Just she steps back by about 15 feet. And just,
Okay.
right.
I'm gonna walk up to her.
Okay.
I want to take her hands and I want to try and guide her through what I do to turn mine off.
Okay.
To try and help her learn how to turn hers off as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've never actually thought about how Char turns it off. I assume she just kind of thinks about it and it goes away, but she's talking out loud as she's doing it.
How would you explain that to someone?
Okay. I don't know what yours feels like, but mine burns inside. It's like fire coming out of my eyes.
I feel like I'm just helping everyone.
Okay. Latch onto that feeling of helping and start to like pull it back inside you.
You want me to stop helping people?
Just for now. Just for now. Just in this moment.
Okay.
Pull it back inside you. Pull it back through your eyes into your head. And down inside your chest. And just keep it.
Charisma. I think flat charisma on this. 'Cause it's not really persuasion, is it? Yeah. Coaching. Anything else? Yeah.
13.
13.
Would be better if it was persuasion.
I know, but you're not persuading her to do it, are you? She stands back, sort of listening to you, and tries, and the light does start to dim a
I have
little.
more proficiency though, because I do know how to do this.
It's alright. She's trying to pull it back, and she is managing to hold it in, but it's clearly an effort. This is not like yours. It's not something that you switch on and switch off. Something that she has to sustain, keeping it inside. Felicity.
Alright, researchers, where the hell did you go? And like, kind of ironically, this thing is kind of destructive. You kind of, you got that? Like, it's kind of like helping us once it's kind of it's kind of doing it on its own.
Yes, I'm writing that down.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone stood within 10 feet of me gets another 6 points
Ow!
damage.
You're 15.
Oh
She's
yeah,
moved
no,
forward.
never mind.
She's immune to it,
in which
and
case-
others have left a wide space.
Just me.
Yeah, just you. Sorry.
In which case, Felicity just, again, like, another knife along the hand, because she's not.
Could you take 1 point of damage
Yeah.
extra?
Yeah.
I did. Wait, okay.
I mean, it would be burning my last 3rd level spell.
It appears to be working, so the rhino doesn't need to charge
Yeah.
because the effect has been
Yeah.
reduced.
I'm just gonna hide as well. Somewhere.
Colin can see that.
I mean, it's very bright in here.
Okay, fine. Can I not hide? Is that...
No, stealthy trying to hide behind another jar.
I'm going to try and...
22.
This one's quite chunky.
I would just like to roll a medicine check
Go for it.
to see if there is anything I can do medically to try
Yes.
and get her to shut this thing off.
Go for it.
24.
Some creatures have the ability to create effects out of themselves. You know that Char does. You've seen
I've done
her
some
do it. You've done
experiments
experiments on her.
Yeah.
This creature appears to not exactly be able to turn something on and turn something off, but have this be perennially on, and is currently finding through Char's guidance a way to suppress it. You would need to find a way for her to be able to suppress it indefinitely.
Okay.
How would you make someone suppress something indefinitely?
Could I do my channel divinity thing again? Like my hypnotherapy again?
How would that help her suppress it indefinitely?
You kill it.
I mean, I could. I'm trying not to go. I mean, I'm trying to, not. I've wrapped in death toll these last few weeks.
It's true, you have.
I'm trying to see if there's a way of getting into her brain and shutting off that part of her,
Wow.
that kind of connection.
You couldn't do that with your channel divinity. That's a bridge too far.
Fair enough. Worth a shot.
You could probably try and give her the ability to suppress it more easily.
Then, because I want to do my channel divinity something else. Yeah, okay, I'll try and do that then.
Cool.
She needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
You can talk to her about it beforehand.
Okay, yeah, okay. This is my second time doing it. I've never done it before, so that's I did it earlier, but it's not important to you. I know you haven't got any reason to trust me, but neither do these guys, and they're still with me. So hey,
You can't see me.
I think you're with us.
sorry.
I think you're with us.
Well, we're all here together. I'm gonna try and go inside your brain mentally, and I'm gonna help you. I know that you've got no reason to think that I want to, but I think you're beautiful. I think what's happening here is amazing. I just don't want this to be all there is. Do you understand?
Looks at you.
Try it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, read thoughts.
Wait, okay, don't fuck this up.
What she said?
Okay. How do you try to do this?
Okay, I'm inside her head. What's she thinking on her surface thoughts?
She's amazed by this. She's never had this happen before. This is new. This is exciting. She also feels like she can help everybody. Like she can just reach out and help people around her, and that's a wonderful feeling. She doesn't want to lose that. And you sense inside her there's an innate need and desire to help. There's an innate need and desire to do that, and this has given her the ability to achieve that. So she's struggling with the ability to suppress that, and also it's bursting out of her.
Would you allow, with this kind of thing, 'cause it's sort of a slightly twisted version of read thoughts,
Yeah.
that I can sort of give her some of my thoughts as well, in a sort of bridge.
Of course, yes.
And I'm going to try and give her not all of it, because that would be too much, but elements of the memories of when I found my clan dead.
Okay.
And everyone, and that feeling of when there is nothing you can do, and use that as a counterpoint of her thinking she can help.
Like a counter-argument.
A kind of, yeah. So
Okay.
you've got this feeling of intent, I can help everyone. This is what it is to feel you can help no one. And
So you're trying to give her the knowledge
Yeah.
to understand the difference.
Yeah.
Cool. That's an
They can give
intelligence
her
check.
nuance. Natural 20!
Hey!
Sometimes,
She's pained by your knowledge. She's pained that that even exists. But understands it, and you see as Waywalker sort of concentrates, and Professor X is the other version of you.
Sorry, just because they're kind of me and kind of not, can I
Yes.
just check? Are their thought patterns totally dissimilar?
You don't know.
I'm asking you, Chris, as DM.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought it was totally similar. Similar-ish. They have the same variation other humans would have.
Okay.
They're different people.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not clones.
No, I was just checking. 'Cause
That's fine.
I know how I would react to that.
Yeah, it's not that.
Okay.
You watch as the suppressive glow, they're trying to hold it in, fades a little, and it's still there. There is still this pool of radiance deep in the iris of each eye as she opens her eyes again. But the effect is not waning out from her, it's just all over her. It seems like she's holding it in, and being able to hold it in. There is a slight frown on a brow that looks like it's never been wrinkled in its life.
I look and I go, that is why you need destruction.
We can talk about what you did later.
You do note that the other children of Hellas that were around here, the ones that were closest that would have been affected by this, which I just teleported away. The ones that are a bit further away are now approaching and are comforting and trying to sort of work out what happened as Besatrix walks down from the corridor at the back, guiding the other five back into the room. Always nice to know when a theory is proven real.
What theory would that be?
That you do have a heart.
I dislike you using one of my sisters to prove that Waywocket has a heart.
I didn't use her.
Didn't you?
You are giving me onus. I can see.
You walked away.
I did.
Far be it from me to defend Resartress, but
I
she
had to-
didn't use me. She doesn't control me.
I had to protect the others.
You're not my sister.
I'm saying,
No,
You know.
no, she's her sister, and she's her sister, and
There are some male ones too.
what I did had nothing to do with Resartress.
I had to protect the others. That is my first priority. And I had to show you.
I want
What
to...
exactly were you trying to show? Like, this doesn't seem very.
That you
Safe.
can't
Safe?
control your shit? Is that what you were trying to show us?
I don't
That this is a
control
terrible
any of
idea?
this.
Is that what you were trying to show us?
I don't control this. I'm showing you the potential of what this can achieve. This is a prototype.
Your potential nearly killed me.
I dislike being called a prototype.
I'm sorry. I do not mean to in any way make that sound negative.
Seeing as it's not fully clear how this is going to get resolved, as it's now my turn. If you guys look behind, as I say that, I am installing a flamethrower into the mouth of my rhino, which is casting the spell Dragon's Breath, which is I'm bolting on a flamethrower that I'm pulling back in my suit. Char, you do know, yes, say the word whenever, but it looks like I'm making some progress, but I'm just going to keep putting things on if we do need to go down plan B.
It's a beautiful rhino, but I think we're going for something more emotional.
I hope so too.
Did you speak to it earlier?
Yes.
So you have a machine that understands common?
Yes, of course I do.
How do you know that? Because language is...
I'm very, very clever, Waywocket.
It's not your language, it's organic compound. I'm telling you, some kind of
Rhino's
organic...
great! Room full of people who look like me, one of whom just tried to kill us.
Yes. Or maybe not tried, from what I
Yeah.
could overhear, but yes,
say
yes.
tried.
Good point.
I wasn't trying to hurt you.
I know. Wait, who's that?
Oh, that was the version of you. I
Okay.
wasn't trying to hurt you.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think you can use it, but only on people who are already hurt.
Oh. Good to know.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, okay?
We're sorry, just standing behind all of you. I'm truly sorry if you thought this was some kind of game. It is not.
It feels like a game.
It is not.
It feels like a game. You made me.
I didn't make you.
You were part of it. You put me on another planet so someone else could raise me so you could see what
Yes.
I'd be.
Yes.
Are you happy?
I'm proud if that's something that matters to you.
Not really.
No, I don't expect it to.
I'd like to meet her. The
Who?
person who made me.
You would like to meet Hellas?
Yes.
It is. I only communicate with her vaguely, but I could certainly try. She does not exist in the way that you or I do. She is
Well,
everywhere.
I've never spoken to a god before, so this would be great.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
He's met me. I point at the rhino.
Yes, I suppose you're great. Does that make you a god at this point as well?
No, something much more interesting.
God of mechanical rhinos.
I'll take it.
I can certainly try. It would take me some time to commune in that way and connect you all to it. I don't even know if it's possible, but I can certainly look into it.
You bring your god, I'll bring mine. We can have a nice cup of tea over it.
I'm not interested in your god.
Oh,
Please,
you will be.
Please don't. Certainly, of course I can. For you, of course I can. For the others, I can but try.
Don't need them to come.
It's not my choice.
It's Hellas's choice.
No, it is theirs. If they want to come, I'm not going to tell them they can't.
I want to meet a god.
Really
You
want
already
a god.
have.
I know, I want to meet another one.
What a surprise.
I'm ambitious that way.
Felicity, I'd like to have you there.
I'll go with you.
I'd like to understand, and the only thing I've really understood on any of these missions is that I'm paid to look after everyone, so I'd like to continue doing that.
It is indeed your role.
I have a question.
Yes.
While I'm here,
Yes.
can I communicate with Promethean? I was
Try.
gonna sense if my connection to him is still there, or if it's
Try.
not cut off by this world. So I can cast spells here,
You can.
but I don't know what I was running on.
No, you just talk to him.
I will
Are you in my brain?
Promethean, I rolled a 12, are you there? No, I was just going, I'm obviously not out loud, be like, can you hear me? Can you hear this?
Always.
What do you make of all this?
You act like I didn't know.
I asked you what you made of it, not if you knew it already.
A godling playing with toys. Nothing more.
You ever met Hellas?
No.
Why did you choose Casio over Hellas?
Because I don't want to make things.
I'm just... Look, Hellas creeps me out. I'm just curious because you're a god of knowledge.
Correct.
There's more potential in creation than destruction. I mean, don't get me wrong, I believe in the balance of the two. It's just interesting to me that the path you're pursuing ends a lot of interesting stuff.
And then my collection's complete, isn't it?
That's it. You just want to wrap it all up in a museum? There's nothing... I mean, what happens to you after Catholic destroyed the worlds?
You act like this isn't going to go on.
What comes afterwards?
It's a cycle, isn't it?
Okay. Okay.
I wouldn't stay here too long. The scent of it on you will sicken me for a while.
Oh, you guys sicken you anyway.
I'm just gonna go and grab Charles' hand.
Which John?
Very funny, Chris. And just kind of be like, okay, so you've had a day, and you had another day yesterday. So you've had a bad date, and now you found out that you're kind of
Not real?
well, you're a clone, but like a weird clone. And I just wanted to...
not full clone.
You're not really, but I wanted to say that, you know, you're probably going to have, like... Yeah, I mean, you know, you're a strong, independent woman, but, like... if I was in your position, I'd be going a little bit, woo! You're 1 in a million, Char.
Thank you.
Don't let anyone else tell you different.
Literally.
Yep, that is exactly what I'm... That's exactly it.
Literally 1 in a
Literally 1
million.
in a million.
Of. Not one of a.
Yeah, it's a figure of speech.
I guess it's nice to have kin.
I'm trying to be emotionally supportive here. No one does that for anybody around here, so I guess I'm doing that.
I'm a rhinoceros. Can't really multitask.
Thank you. It's
And you're like the fittest of all these guys, you know, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
yeah, my head isn't.
No.
Thank you.
Usargis is going around the others and is checking in on the one that you did the thing to, because you may have surprised her.
I do that.
What do you guys want to do?
Go see.
I have a question.
Oh god.
Who came first?
Chicken or the egg?
Literally, Hellas or Kozlu? And where do the other gods fit into this? And how long has it been going on for?
Number 1, I don't know. Number 2, gods are just very powerful people in different planes of existence who have managed to gain that over time.
Then I have a 4th question. How do I become a god?
I think you're well on your way.
Fantastic. That's the nicest thing you've ever said
I
to me.
have a fifth question. Once and if Cthulhu is eradicated, I imagine there'll be another one in its place, and another, and another. You see where I'm going, right?
I don't know what happens when the universe comes to that point. It'll be intriguing to discover further.
Okay.
That's a very impressive rhinoceros, Godwin.
I know. Yes.
I was offering you my opinion as well.
Oh. Thank you.
Is it just
You're welcome.
rhinoceroses or...
Oh no, there's a lot. I can do a lot of things. I can do various multiple smaller things. I could do 2 medium-sized things. I believe I'm going to get
Rules off the spell!
I was thinking of doing a lion and a tiger, but this seemed like it required one big object.
Who'd you make a friend for Dave?
No. Yes and no.
Are you, the 3 of you sort of just walking off.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
worry
just
he gets lonely because the other cats don't like him very much.
ask you to hang back for a second. You are unique, you know.
Possibly the worst place in the world to tell someone that.
You're the only one that we could have even a hope of surviving outside of this.
I'm the only one.
Yes. I did what I was told.
I understand that.
And my pride may mean little to you. And that's fine. Does my respect mean anything to you?
Maybe. I don't think you're a bad person.
I work very hard not to be.
Will you let me know how they do?
Of course. I cannot tell you everything. I'm sworn to observe, assist, but also not to hinder.
Okay. I will never kill one of these.
I would never ask you to.
Don't.
Right, I have some spell books to read. I will do what you've asked, but it will take me some time. It's not something I can do like that.
Guess you could go back in time 20 years, read them all, and meet me tomorrow.
You know, I have considered trying it, because after all, the freedom is there, but
No, it seems a waste of resources. And you would kill me.
I think I would struggle to do it to myself. Again.
Done it before.
I took you back.
You had to wait.
I had to use what we have to take you back about 2 days ago.
And then you had to wait.
In a manner of speaking.
20 years. 27 years.
I sequestered myself away for some time.
Did you have people to talk to?
I don't need them. Upstairs, as you so put it. I prevented that on my world. With a group of very able others. And in doing so, saved something that I held very dear. And the memory of that sustains me.
Okay.
Whenever I need it to.
That's a lonely life.
You know what they say, it's lonely at the top. Now, let's leave the others waiting, shall we? Anything you guys want to do before we tie a nice bow on top?
Are we safely going back?
Yep.
And it will be the same time as when we left.
Yes, we are still in the same time frame.
Could you... Would it be useful for there to be a machine that could assist with refining portals and such like?
What do you mean?
When I was... It's been embarrassing really when I was actually trying to get into what was really going on here. I got distracted and came across a means by which I might be able to you said you use the crystals at the moment, and the Nexus it does provide these portals and things. But if a mechanical solution might be of some service, then I'm very happy to be of assistance.
Don't stop working on it.
That's what I'm here for, isn't it?
Yes.
When we get back to the Nexus,
Sure.
I would like to go back to my study,
Mhm.
laboratory, experiment room, autopsy room, whatever.
Den of Horrors.
Den of Horrors, yes. And not quite sure how I do this, but thinking about what Wasatra said
Mm-hmm.
about what makes you think we didn't choose you, try and get back into my own memories and see if I can basically psycho-hypnotise myself.
You've used both your channel divinities for today.
I have, but I'm not trying to read anyone else's thoughts, I'm trying to read my own thoughts.
You just want to remember?
Kind of, yeah. I
Roll a
know.
history check. That's what they're there
Sips
for.
the oolong, you know. 12.
How much do you remember of your childhood?
Quite a lot, because there wasn't a huge amount to remember.
Mhm.
The way what gets started was pretty simple. She was a member of a relatively small tribe. She spent most of her time kind of holed up doing experiments on like dead frogs and stuff she found in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't particularly well liked. She didn't really have any friends. She used to keep herself locked up in the laboratory for days, weeks at a time, which is how she escaped whatever killed everyone else.
What do you remember about the thing that killed everyone else?
She doesn't know much. Well, you tell me, Chris, because she came out her workroom one day to find everyone dead,
Correct.
and she conducted autopsies on all of them,
Correct.
and it's really
Horrible, virulent disease.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Any
And then
reason-
Promethean turned up and
Yes.
told you it was him.
I guess you'll be starting at this point. I don't know what the role will be of this, but to question whether it was, or whether it was an opportunity.
I think you can fairly question that.
Actually, she just ask him.
Cool.
Bring him back. He's like, was it you?
I'm sorry.
You know, who killed everyone, was it? You said it was you, but
Of course
No.
it was me. What are you talking
I
about?
want to inside check a god.
You can't inside check
I
a
can
god.
inside check it what I want!
I mean, roll an inside check if you like.
19!
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
As far as you know.
It's okay, sorry for bothering you.
It's quite alright.
Wait, who's older?
Sorry.
Who's older, you, Helios, or Catalu?
I mean, I'm far younger.
Okay, so who's older out of the two of them?
I don't know.
Are they related? Are they siblings? Are they? I'm just. Who came here first?
I
Has there
don't
ever been
know
a
a hell
world
of
with
a lot
one
of-
without the other?
I don't know a hell of a lot about Hellas.
Well, you're the god of knowledge. You can do a little research.
I try to focus on other things. Stuff that I find slightly more interesting than that.
Okay, well, can you do anything about portals?
I know how they work.
Can you tell me that?
Tell you?
Yeah, you know.
Everything has a price.
What do you want? I can't kill Copper again. Like, that one's a non-starter at this point. And they're not making me near them. Also, I think they're more interesting alive. Just a hunch. I've got this ledger thing.
I tell you what. Price to be agreed.
I don't want to die.
All right. What do you see you to me dead?
Sorry?
What do you see you
Well,
to me
that's what I'm
dead?
thinking. I mean, I just price we agreed? Okay.
Cool. Tell you some more about portals.
Yeah. That's gonna come back to bite me later on.
Yeah.
But it's what she would do.
Have we gone back through?
Yeah. Is there any button you like for yourself?
As we step back through, strand of her hair just suddenly goes white, and her eyes become very green, and she goes like pale as a sheet.
Hmm?
She doesn't really notice because why would she? But everyone else would notice.
Felicity,
Mm-hmm.
while your features are changing colour, do you want to come get a drink?
Yeah, right.
Have you met Cal?
I mean, yes, she has, but who is Cal?
Cal is a fire genasi. Cal is one of her partners.
Ah, yeah. Cal's great. I know everybody.
Let's go have a drink
Cool.
with Cal.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Cool. I think a nice pleasant drink is a good place to end there.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. I will give it one slight. It's just, none of your characters would know this, it's just for you as players. Miss Huntress walks back into her office, doors close, settles down, and just bursts into tears. And that's where we end tonight. Thank you ever so much, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
And Chloe.
Your club.
It is a cult.
Yeah, it is. Always has been.
Jeez.
The real elder god was the friends we made along.
Splendid. Thank you ever so much for watching those on the stream and catching up with us later on the YouTubes. We are on social media. We have a Twitter account, which is Adventurers250, where Chloe has been live tweeting the entire show, so you can catch up on what happened there as well. Chloe is also our wonderful producer and director. There's her hand. And it is excellent
Chloe.
to work with her, and especially in great details we have over the last 2 days with all this new tech stuff, which is awesome. Speaking of the new tech stuff, I mean, we have new mics, we are working with 2 cameras, we have an incredible soundboard. I'm just looking at it and I don't understand how it works. But we have all this great new stuff, and it's because we have so many wonderful people who support us. We have a Patreon. It's patreon.com. It's .com, isn't it? Patreon.com.
Yes.
/AdventurousWanted, where you can patronise us. Literally the word. And your patronage is incredibly valuable to us. It allows us to create more shows, more content, and also to experiment with doing things in places that aren't just theatres, but at homes as well. And we're looking to try different things out and play around and experiment. So this is wonderful for us, and thank you so much for being a part of that. Some of you are patrons too, and thank you. Much appreciated. With that in mind, all 4 of you have played wonderfully tonight. Thank you so much for being here and for playing live on the internet. That's always a charm. Starting on the right, do you want to have anything you'd like to plug, pitch, or promote?
Oh, yes.
Oh!
Yeah, well, hang on a minute. Yeah, well, I'm our left, but I guess I'm there.
I'm sorry, starting from my right.
Yes.
It's all from my perspective, Tom.
Yes, great. Thank you very much for watching. I run an alternate history publishing house called Sea Lion Press. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, you might also be in the small Venn diagram of people who also like nerdy questions like what would have happened if the Nazis had won the war and things like that. We publish a lot of books. It's great fun. We're a sort of boutique, bedroom-based publisher. We've got some really good books, and if you like that sort of thing, do have a look. We've just published a book called Alternate Myths, one of which includes the Loch Ness Monster going out to sea one day and finding a German invasion fleet in 1940, and the return of King Arthur, who comes back apparently to save Britain, but he doesn't know why he got to save Britain. Now he's working with a young screenwriter in apparently modern day. So yes, it's sort of a nice, which might be particularly interesting.
I mean, what the
fantasy
fuck?
fan.
That sounds great.
History meets fantasy. We found it, so,
Woof, I'm definitely reading that.
I'm Emma. I'm at Emma Arshid on Twitter, where I tweet about D&D. And also I'm going to be on a live stream for another channel at the end of December, so I'll be tweeting about that near the time.
Lovely.
I'm Vic, and when I'm not being a fantasy psychopath, I make gritty, hard-hitting documentaries about the real world. One of which is on 4D at the moment, and those part of the latest Dispatches series called Born on the Breadline about the rise of bait banks in the UK. So watch that if you really want to, watch about the real
I
world.
want to know. Oh god.
Covering your eyes to the problems of the real world,
Yeah,
Chris.
it's fair. I
entirely
played
what this game is
D&D
about,
semi-professionally.
to be
What
fair.
do you...
Counteract your escapism with some brutal reality.
There we go.
And there's lots of cute babies in it, so there you go.
Hello, I'm Anna Brookie and I'm an actress. If you'd like to hire me, sure, thanks Tom. My name is ANNADOBRUCKR. You can find me on Spotlight, Mandy, Twitter, Instagram, any social media you'd like. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Yeah. This is plugging works, guys.
I already follow you on Instagram.
I don't use Instagram.
I was in Black Mirror.
That's very good.
that
This
helps.
is the world's worst pitch. Oh my
I
god.
don't know. I think I'm like that kind of cheeky, get in there, kind of that way.
I mean, we should also point out that, Tom, as an actor, you didn't mention the show you're about to be
Sorry,
in.
Yeah.
yes. I'm also in an alternate history immersive show. Again, that's probably more in your wheelhouse if you like live role play and stuff. That's going to be running. There's two of them. One in January where you get to come and be a Bletchley Park codebreaker, and then after that, from February to April, one where you get to try and fight off the Nazis from invading Britain, or then overthrow them once they've already succeeded, depending on the choices you make in the show. And the first one's called Illicit Signals Bletchley, and the second one's called For King and Country. If you Google both of those in reference to immersive theatre, I'm sure you'll find that. So, Illicit Signals Bletchley and For King and Country. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that.
And they're both the collab, aren't they?
They're both at the Collab Factory, which is a wonderful, wonderful immersive theatre space.
I'm in Borough, in London, if you're a Londoner.
Indeed.
Lovely.
And Howl's Moving Castle is a better book than a film. Just throw that out there.
So is Mortal Engines, I mean, you know.
I know, there's
Oh, okay. Not for you to go to bed.
No, the Howl's Moving Castle is a book rather than a film.
Yeah.
And, I want to spread that word out.
By Diane Wynne Jones.
Diana Wynne.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's always lovely. Thank you for your time. And yeah, our next live show is on January the 8th at the Rosemary Branch Theatre, where we will continue either this story or the last one. I don't know which yet. I have to choose. We shall see. We may even mix the groups up a little bit depending on what happens. We have a lot of players. That's always a fun way to do this. But yes, January 8th, Rosemary Branch Theatre, Omen Part 10. Do join us if you can. Otherwise, we have another monthly show called Mixtape, which is at the Market House in Brixton, which will be at the end of January, and we'll tweet about that, and it's on the Patreon if you become a patron. Yes, thank you. I'm going to stop rambling. Goodbye.